Facing a difficult part of the past is never easy. Yet one Portland man is making it his mission to help communities remember and heal from some of the dark moments in Oregon's history. From there, he believes we are able to truly move forward together. Elizabeth Dinh sat down with him in Oregon City.
At a corner coffee shop on Main Street, Taylor Stewart sits down with me to talk about a project he believes is crucial to this community.
We are here in Oregon City. Myself, the Oregon Black Pioneers, and the Grand Ronde Tribe are working to memorialize where Jacob Vanderpool's business once stood. Jacob Vanderpool is the only known person actually expelled from Oregon under the state's black exclusionary laws.
A painful part of state history. But through his nonprofit, the Oregon Remembrance Project, Taylor is working to show others how healing can come out of understanding rather than ignoring difficult moments.
The Oregon Remembrance Project started in 2018 when I set out to memorialize a man named Alonzo Tucker, Oregon's most widely documented African-American victim of lynching.
Dedicated to memorializing 28-year-old Alonzo Tucker, who was lynched in Coos Bay on September 18, 1902, Taylor spent 3 years working closely with the community.
I would make the four and a half hour trip down to Coos Bay to have a meeting and then head back the next day. But it was important for me to show up and to show my commitment be there physically in the community.
In February of 2020, Taylor coordinated a soil collection ceremony close to the area where the lynching took place.
And it made me want to do something about the story, that while his life may have ended in injustice, we could hopefully end his story in a place of justice.
He's proud of how he helped kick off annual Juneteenth celebrations in Coos Bay, and a marker now stands in the community permanently. Taylor was able to share Alonzo Tucker's story with even more people during a TED Talk in Portland, titled, "How Do You Reconcile a Lynching?" Now, his work is expanding into more parts of Oregon. Grants Pass is one city where Taylor is creating what's known as sunrise communities.
Sundown towns were communities that purposefully excluded African Americans and other racial minorities from living in or simply passing through the community through a culture of fear, violence, and intimidation. And so the title of our work is the Sunrise Project, with the idea that sunrise is the opposite to sundown and signals the start of a new day.
And a new day for Jacob Vanderpool's history in Oregon City is taking shape.
Even though he was only here for a short time, I think of him as one of Oregon's early black pioneers.
Blocks from the coffee shop, within a fenced-off area that used to be the Blue Heron paper mill, Taylor shows me where Vanderpool's business once stood.
1851. He actually advertised in the newspaper, and so we have little advertisements for his saloon and boarding house.
Taylor tells me how a white man with another hotel filed the complaint against Vanderpool that would lead to his arrest and expulsion from Oregon. Today, the Grand Ronde Tribe owns this property that's slated to be developed into Tumwata Village.
We're bringing the Oregon Black Pioneers history, the Oregon Remembrance Project's focus on things that we can do contemporarily, and then partnering with the Grand Ronde Tribe for how we can not just reimagine or renovate physical space, but the stories held within them.
Taylor plans to have a historical marker for Jacob Vanderpool placed on the property that's being developed. Meantime, he also works closely with a local woman, Sarah L. Sanderson. She wrote a book about how she found out she's a descendant of two men who helped get Vanderpool exiled from Oregon. Together, the two speak about their work at various events.